Hi, I'm Roger Peterson. Welcome back to Pro 423. Well, in this section on learning to love our wives with all of our heart, I know it's really tempting just to want to learn a bunch of neat little tricks that we can do to help our wives know we love them. But the reality of it is sometimes we have to start by stopping the wrong things we're doing. And this whole idea of sex, I think we just need to pause for just a little bit and just recognize that most of us guys, if we grew up in a home where we didn't feel close and secure with our parents, if we didn't have parents that were emotionally close, if we had parents that were alcoholics, gambleholics, if we had parents who were emotionally distant, face behind a newspaper or in a computer screen, if we had parents who weren't home and it seemed like they didn't care, if we found ourselves not connected to our parents with an emotionally healthy relationship to where we felt good about who we were and our safety and our acceptance, if you didn't get that from your folks, most likely you turned to girls to find out if you were valuable. And they were just never meant to solve that problem, solve that dilemma. So guys either go to girls to feel strong and powerful and valuable, and that leads to sex, or even pornography is a way most guys go so that they can feel like they're desirable and strong. A lot of guys struggle with that stuff. Okay? We just got to recognize what we unintentionally learned through pornography or through girlfriends and the whole physical part of relationships. We just got to understand what we unintentionally learned. In the conclusion, most of us probably walked into marriage with some pretty messed up ideas about sex. And here's where the rubber hits the road, I'm afraid. Most likely, if sex plays too big of a part of your life, of our life, then most of the things that you do toward your wives that we want to call love, they're more like manipulation. Someone's got to say it. It's probably more like manipulation. It's probably more about getting than giving. It's probably more about taking than giving. I know it's hard to hear, but someone's got to bring it up. And not just to make you feel bad, but to say, you know what, if your heart was left empty, if it was left unguarded, and you found yourself turning to girls, turning to pornography in an unhealthy way, then there's some things that you need to process to fill in those gaps in your heart so you can start to feel the right things for your wives, the right things about you, and what God says about you. Okay? Lots of work to be done in the heart. Okay? But let's just hear the tough word about sex, and if it applies, come on, let's deal with it. Let's get it right. Let's take care of this one for our wives.